Welcome to our channel. If you're a fan of horror movies that send chills down your spine, you're in for a treat. I'm your host, Pertil Denzel, and I'm here to guide you through the dark and twisted world of horror cinema. Today, we're counting down the top 5 haunting horror movies that will keep you up all night. We're talking about the kind of films that burrow into your subconscious and stay with you long after the credits roll. So grab your nightlight, hold on to your blankets, and let's dive into the nightmare zone. First up, we have the granddaddy of demonic horror, The Exorcist. This film is often hailed as one of the scariest movies ever made, and for good reason. This 1973 masterpiece, based on William Peter Blatty's novel, set a new standard for terror, shocking audiences with its graphic depictions of demonic possession. It wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural phenomenon that left an indelible mark on the horror genre. We meet Regan MacNeil, a seemingly innocent 12-year-old girl, who begins to exhibit increasingly disturbing behavior after playing with a Ouija board. Her transformation from a sweet child to a vessel of pure evil is both heartbreaking and terrifying. Now, you know me, I love a good Ouija board session, but Regan's experience is the stuff of nightmares. It's a chilling reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the shadows of our curiosity. The film doesn't hold back, it dives headfirst into the macabre and the grotesque, leaving no stone unturned in its quest to horrify. We're talking projectile vomiting, head spinning 360 degrees, and a voice that could curdle holy water. These scenes are etched into the annals of horror history. The Exorcist terrified audiences, not just with its special effects, which were groundbreaking for the time, but with its exploration of faith, doubt, and the fragility of the human psyche in the face of pure evil. It made people question their beliefs and the very nature of good and evil. One of the most iconic scenes, of course, is the crucifix scene. It's a moment that has been parodied and referenced countless times, but its impact remains undiminished. I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say it's enough to make even the most devout churchgoer think twice about picking up a cross. It's a scene that pushes the boundaries of what we can endure as viewers. The image of young Regan, her face contorted in demonic rage, is seared into the minds of horror fans everywhere. It's a visage that haunts our collective nightmares. But The Exorcist is more than just cheap scares. It's a deep dive into the human condition, exploring themes that resonate on a profound level. It's a psychological thriller that preys on our deepest fears. The fear of losing control, the fear of the unknown, and the fear of confronting our own inner demons. The idea of an innocent child being possessed by a malevolent force is a nightmare scenario that taps into our primal anxieties. It's a story that stays with you long after the credits roll. And the film's relentless atmosphere of dread and despair leaves you feeling like you need a shower in holy water. It's a cinematic experience that challenges your nerves and your soul. Next up is a film that needs no introduction, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. This psychological horror masterpiece, based on Stephen King's novel, takes us on a chilling journey into the heart of madness. Jack Torrance, a struggling writer with a dark past, takes a job as the winter caretaker at the isolated Overlook Hotel, hoping to find inspiration and reconnect with his family. Big mistake. The Overlook, you see, has a sinister history, and it doesn't take long for Jack's sanity to unravel under the hotel's malevolent influence. We're talking creepy twin girls, rivers of blood, and a certain room numbered 237 that you definitely don't want to enter. The Shining is a masterclass in suspense, slowly ratcheting up the tension until you're practically screaming at the screen. Jack Nicholson's performance as Jack Torrance is nothing short of iconic. His descent into madness is both terrifying and strangely sympathetic. You can see the struggle within him, the battle between the man he wants to be and the darkness that's consuming him. And who can forget those haunting images? The Grady twins, standing in the hallway, beckoning Danny to come play with us, forever and ever. The elevator doors spewing forth a tidal wave of blood. And of course, Jack's crazed grin as he delivers the now infamous line, "Here's Johnny!" The Shining is a film that gets under your skin and stays there. It's a haunting exploration of isolation, addiction, and the darkness that can lurk within even the most seemingly ordinary individuals. Chapter 3: Hereditary Family Ties That Bind and Terrify. Now let's talk about a modern horror masterpiece that left audiences both terrified and emotionally drained. Hereditary. This film is not just a horror movie, it's an exploration of the darkest corners of family dynamics and inherited trauma. This 2018 film from director Ari Aster is a slow-burn descent into familial horror that will stay with you long after the credits roll. It's a film that doesn't rely on cheap scares but instead builds a deep sense of dread and unease. The film follows the Graham family as they grapple with the aftermath of their secretive grandmother's death. This event sets off a chain reaction of eerie and unsettling occurrences that unravel the family's sense of normalcy. But this is no ordinary grief. The Graham family soon discovers that their grandmother's secrets are far more sinister than they could have ever imagined. As the family unravels, dark secrets are revealed, and they find themselves haunted by a sinister presence that seems determined to destroy them from within. The tension within the family becomes almost unbearable, adding to the film's chilling atmosphere. Hereditary is a film that gets under your skin and stays there. It's a haunting experience that lingers in your mind, making you question the very nature of family and the ties that bind us. It's a slow burn, building tension gradually until it explodes in a climax of pure terror. The pacing is deliberate, allowing the horror to seep into every corner of the story. Aster masterfully creates an atmosphere of dread and unease, using sound design, cinematography, and some truly unsettling imagery to keep you on the edge of your seat. Every frame is meticulously crafted to enhance the sense of impending doom. One of the things that makes Hereditary so effective is its focus on psychological horror. The film delves deep into the psyche of its characters, exploring their fears, guilt, and the weight of their family legacy. This isn't a film about jump scares or gore, though it has its fair share of both. Instead, it relies on a creeping sense of dread that builds throughout the film, making the horror feel all the more real and inescapable. It's about the disintegration of a family, the unraveling of their sanity, and the terrifying realization that some things are beyond our control. The film's exploration of these themes is both profound and deeply unsettling. Toni Collette delivers a powerhouse performance as Annie Graham, the family matriarch struggling to hold her family together. Her portrayal of a mother on the brink of madness is both heartbreaking and terrifying. Her descent into madness is both heartbreaking and terrifying to watch. Colette's performance is a tour de force, capturing the raw emotion and horror of a mother losing her grip on reality. And young Millie Shapiro is equally impressive as Charlie, Annie's daughter, who becomes a vessel for something truly sinister. Her performance adds another layer of unease to the film, making it even more chilling. Hereditary is not for the faint of heart. It's a film that challenges you to confront your deepest fears and leaves you questioning the very nature of family and inheritance. It's a disturbing, thought-provoking, and ultimately unforgettable film that will stay with you long after you've seen it. The impact of its story and imagery is lasting, making it a standout in the horror genre. Just be prepared to sleep with the lights on for a few nights. Hereditary is a film that will haunt your dreams and make you think twice about the secrets that lie within your own family. Chapter 4. The Conjuring. Based on a true story, or is it? Let's be honest folks, nothing gets the heart pounding like a good based on a true story horror flick. The idea that what you're watching might have actually happened adds an extra layer of terror that pure fiction just can't match. And when it comes to those, The Conjuring is in a league of its own. This film doesn't just tell a scary story, it immerses you in a world where the line between reality and the supernatural is terrifyingly thin. This 2013 supernatural thriller directed by James Wan introduced us to Ed and Lorraine Warren, paranormal investigators whose cases have inspired countless nightmares. Their real-life experiences form the backbone of the film, making it all the more chilling. In The Conjuring, the Warrens are called to a secluded farmhouse in Rhode Island where the Perron family is being terrorized by a malevolent entity. The isolation of the farmhouse adds to the sense of dread, making you feel as if there's no escape. And let me tell you, this ain't no Casper the Friendly Ghost situation. The entity haunting the Perron family is malevolent, and its presence is felt in every creak of the floorboards and every whisper of the wind. We're talking demonic possessions, haunted objects, and a whole lot of creepy children's toys that will make you want to burn your childhood teddy bear. The film taps into primal fears, making everyday objects seem sinister. One of the things that makes The Conjuring so effective is its masterful use of sound design and cinematography. The eerie soundscapes and visual storytelling work together to create an atmosphere of unrelenting tension. Director James Wan knows how to build suspense, using long takes, slow pans, and sudden bursts of noise to keep you on the edge of your seat. His techniques make every shadow and every silence a potential source of terror. And the film's score, composed by Joseph Bishara, is the stuff of nightmares. The music amplifies the horror, making even the quiet moments feel ominous. Just try listening to that music box theme without getting chills down your spine. It's a haunting melody that lingers long after the movie ends. But The Conjuring is more than just a technical marvel. It's a film that delves deep into the human psyche, exploring themes of fear, faith, and resilience. It's also a story about the power of faith and the importance of family. The Warrens, despite facing unimaginable horrors, never lose sight of their faith or their love for each other. The Warrens, despite facing unimaginable horrors, never lose sight of their faith or their love for each other. Their bond is what gives them the strength to confront the darkness. And it's that unwavering belief that ultimately allows them to confront the darkness and protect the innocent. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of love and faith in the face of evil. Chapter 5. Insidious. It's not the house that's haunted, it's your soul. And finally, we come to a film that takes us on a terrifying journey into the depths of The Further, James Wan's Insidious. This 2010 supernatural horror film introduces us to the Lambert family, who soon learn that their new home isn't the only thing that's haunted. Their son Dalton has a strange ability that makes him a target for the malevolent entities lurking in the shadows. Insidious is a film that doesn't rely on cheap jump scares. Instead, it builds suspense slowly and methodically, using eerie imagery, unsettling sound design, and some truly creepy characters to create an atmosphere of unrelenting dread. And when the scares do come, they hit you like a ton of bricks. One of the things that sets Insidious apart from other haunted house movies is its exploration of astral projection. Dalton, you see, isn't just being haunted by ghosts in the traditional sense. He's being targeted by entities that exist on a different plane of existence, a dark and twisted realm known as the Further. And the only way to save him is to venture into that terrifying realm and confront the darkness head-on. Insidious is a film that will stay with you long after you've seen it. It's a terrifying reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters aren't the ones we can see, but the ones that lurk in the shadows, waiting to drag us into the darkness. Outrow sweet dreams? Or not, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this list, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. We've got plenty more horror movie breakdowns, kill counts, and all-around spooky stuff to keep you entertained. Let us know in the comments which horror movie keeps you up at night. Until next time, sleep tight if you can.